Your guy has the shadiest eyes I've ever seen. He's like,
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not looking at you, but I'm going to look at you. Look, Mr. Shady Eyes is back. He's like, I'm listening to you, but I'm also watching the lighthouse. Okay, guys, welcome back. And as if you can see by the title, today we're going to do a world tour special. The channel's grown a lot. We hit the subscriber count yesterday. I know this isn't saying much because I didn't gain like 300 million subscribers yesterday, but I grew a whole 40th of my channel yesterday, one day alone. That's pretty cool. And what's got crazy eyes? I just want to mention that if you didn't already know. and,
Go on about it, Mr. Freckles.
and we're gonna come over here and explain. I gotta throw on armor just in case Wet has done a trap for me today. I don't think he has, but I don't
Zero.
know.
There is definitely no trap. I'm definitely not putting on my armor.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. So, if you guys are new to this world or haven't seen it, there's a Let's Play playlist down there if you want to see how it came to this. But I think we should go start to kind of where it all started over here. But I just want to say, guys, I'm really fortunate. In 5 years of doing YouTube, I haven't had to remove a user or even delete a comment. I've had really good community so far, especially with us growing lately. It's been really cool to just not have the bad side that you get on the internet. Alright, so this is where it actually all started, guys. And if you're wondering too, if you're one of the normals and you're wondering where Rebel is, Rebel had a previous engagement with a bed and a sleeping pattern. And if it's before about 3 p.m. now, it's about impossible to get him up. So, uh, this tree, obviously, he wasn't here. Everything wasn't here. This actually was like spawn. And actually, Wet's house, when he joined the server on, I think, what was it, like episode 4?
Yeah,
It
about
was
that.
it was real early on. Since then, Wet's been like a main staple
He's...
on the server.
That's the... So it'd be like here
Yeah,
somewhere.
this was a big hill that we had taken out, and now it's
Mm.
essentially our, I don't know, our spawn park, but we have a lot left to do on here. This actually was the building, the map house used to be the building that you fell down into from spawn. Spawn used to be up there in the place, and here's kind of like a cool overhead view of our map. Wow, that is pretty neat. We gotta make sure we don't forget about the horse track. I always forget about the horse track when I kind of think about the world. Here's our
Unlike
spawn.
you, I have a
You,
good memory.
yeah. So, me and Wet have done spawn a few times now, because before Bedrock, when it was in Legacy, it was up in the sky. Now it does not work like that on Bedrock. It spawns you down on the ground no matter what. So, uh, kind of kind of a cool deal, but we had to change it around, put spawn on the ground. It was easier building the ground spawn than it was the air spawn. And like I said, guys, if you want to see how this is done, I have a playlist on the channel. Um, and you can see, actually, you can probably see the first day. The first day that Wet is on
Behind you.
is the day. Ooh, we should sleep quick. The first day Wet is on is actually the day he did the kelp farm. He did the kelp farm the first day he joined. There are monsters nearby.
Oh, there.
Listen,
Ugh.
don't join in on somebody else's channel, zombie. If you want to make or promote your own channel, do it elsewhere. Alright, let's pick him up. There might be a few details we leave out, but for the most part, this is going to be our world here. Also, this is the sacred tree. This is a tree from spawn that nobody's wanted to cut down since the
You don't
beginning of the
touch the sacred
server.
tree.
Yeah, yeah. This Wet doesn't really play as much anymore. He just stands and guards this tree all day now. That's what he
Don't touch
does.
my tree.
Yeah, the first day I think in the first episode, which our first episodes are kind of crazy, but the first episodes, 2 episodes, I think we were like debating on whether to cut it down even or not. And we just never did. So this is the first Nether portal. That hasn't changed, believe it or not. This is actually still the first Nether portal. Um, I think we take the like beginner tour almost. So this pink building here is Zeus Tower. And this is where new people stay when they do play on the server. And by the way, if anybody did want to join the server, I think, I mean, as long as you're not like crazy 7 or, you know, just playing crazy, you fine to join. Um, that's where the new people stay when they join if they don't have a house and they want time to build a house. This is the market area. This has been a working project essentially on the server. Really, really going to be helpful here because we're going to have extra storage down here and stuff. So I really like this. This is really put together. We actually did racing down here one day. It was a lot of fun. Here is actually one of the first things we built on the server. I think this was here even when you joined, wasn't it, Wet?
Yeah, I think it actually was. It was a work in progress, I think, when I joined.
Yeah, I think I had, I don't think I had the redstone done yet. But this is our community XP farm. All comes into here. They're all one hit, which is nice with Bedrock because on Legacy sometimes they were not one hit even without armor. This is the storage room for it. I'm gonna actually switch from cobble.
This was only a 30-minute project that I done, so it's
Yeah.
nothing fancy.
But what happened is we ran out of storage and we kind of panicked the storage room over there, and it worked. So, you know, there's a lot of projects that we did early on that we've updated and made a lot better. Like for instance, the lighthouse was that whole area was. I had something different in mind and we kind of switched it around. We'll go to one of the newer items here on the server, and one of my almost favorite things. This is the library, the Etho Memorial Library, because I think Etho doesn't get enough credit, even though he gets a lot of credit for what he's done for Minecraft. And I'm a big fanboy of him. He's awesome. So this is essentially the first aesthetic build that I did that wasn't terrible. It's the first one that I actually don't mind showing off. Also, we have a really cool enchanting table here that goes up for each level. And the reason why you would want that is Silk Touch is actually better when you don't have a full book set. So then it goes and hides on the floor. We have all these out alphabetically here. And actually, that's one thing we're going to have to do here soon, Wen, is we're going to have to work on filling these so the library is full. Yeah, people got stuff to read and enchant. What's that? What?
I said it wouldn't be a bad idea, starting to fill them up and get everything going.
Alright, and then we have here my tree. And this was absolutely one of my favorite projects. And one of my favorite videos I ever made, the video of making this. This was crazy. I did this in 3 days, 2 days? And
yeah, but 2.5, 3 days, something like that, yeah.
All in survival. And if you want to see how I planned this all out, this is my scale model that I planned it out on. All of this was based off of this. So this is actually a tree farm, guys. And this is so you can grow jungle trees, anything on here. There's going to be a second floor in here. So oaks only grow so tall if you want them to. And then there's going to be another floor up a little bit where you can grow any type of trees you want. So think your house is actually next on the deal here. Oh, we got the community farm and post office yet. Then we'll do your house.
Yeah.
This
Which
is,
is a work in progress.
yeah, it is. Yeah, I think everything kind of is. I think we got to get everything set down the way we want it, and then we get it working, and then we just adjust it later. This is the egg farm. That was a lot of fun to build, actually. We had a lot of fun. There was a lot of people on the server that day when I built this, and I was getting a lot of crap because of what I thought an egg looked like.
We actually have a video on that, don't we? Of the
Yes,
tournament of
absolutely.
whose egg looked better.
Yes, yes. It was an egg contest. And it looked like an egg contest between 5-year-olds that got hit with a shovel. This is the sheep farm. It automatically goes into here, which really is fast. I mean, me and Wet have been unloading this thing like crazy. And this is not including all the wool that I used on the ice farm. The ice farm used like 2 inventories of wool. So here's the community farm, and then the post office, which essentially has been the same. There was another post office that was over there, but we had a lot of people start playing, so we had to up the ante a little bit. And Wet did the building, and I did the redstone. If you see when there's something in here, the light goes on. It's pretty neat. It's handy. Let's come in and check and see if you got anything. You know, not everybody plays every waking moment, so it's nice to have a spot to leave stuff for them. I'm trying to think here real quick before we go over. Oh, I want to showcase the lighthouse of that quick. So the lighthouse, now that we switched to Bedrock, I just leave it on all the time because it doesn't create lag. On the old PlayStation Legacy, which is what this world was when we started it, this kind of creates a lot of lag, so I had it shut down at day and stuff, and now I just leave it run. Here's the fishing area. That this was all Wet. He did all this, and that dock over there too. I forgot about the dock. And he literally built this in like a little bit of time because we were planning the fishing tournament video, which turned out really fun. That was one of my favorite videos, but this turned out to be a great project for the fishing tournament. And actually, I still use that from time to time just when I'm normal fishing. Who was building this? I can't remember. What? I can't remember his name.
The boat.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Numb. Yeah, yep, Numb. And he was, he's got quite the deal going here. I actually really like this. So I think he's got the back sail to do and a little bit on the back of the boat. But this is coming up really cool. Over there is Rebel's house. We'll run over to that. And then we're going to head over to Wet's house. And I think we're going to go to Rebel's new house. And then we still have the stadium in my house. So I think we will end it on my house, actually, after we go to the stadium here. So we got to swim over here. But like I said, so today 2 videos will be coming out. One on Conan. I hope you guys check it out because it's going to be really cool. I started a server for everybody to play on with a community area and everything. Okay, so we're here at Rebel's house. This was his first house. He built this like, geez, I want to say he was only on the server for a couple days. And then Rebel and Wet have basically been here ever since their things. I think this was like episode 10 or something, and they've been here ever since. Wet's been here, I think, from episode 4.
I think we worked it out. It was around 4 or 5 or something.
So, yeah, I'd have to go back and look. I can look at the playlist later, but this is actually Jordy's base. It's evolving, as you can tell. It was just a little doorway in the ground that he built way down in there, and he's got a bunch of tunnels and stuff in there. And then he built the roof part, and then he added the side part. That side part's new. I haven't even seen it yet.
Fucking panda, just randomly sitting
We
there.
have we
Sure.
have panda issues. I swear to gosh. So now we
There was
got.
ever
Go ahead, what?
we had that one panda, and then we eventually got the second panda, and then they're just spawning everywhere.
Yeah, we tried so hard early on to get pandas, and now that we're on
Mm-hmm.
Bedrock, pandas are just everywhere. I mean,
Yep.
like there's a
Oh,
panda
they took.
upside down just laying there next to glue stick, and there's a panda here. There's a there's the peepee or the guy from Home Improvement putting his head over the fence. So this is our. Oh wow, they need to fix the spawning of these guys in Bedrock. But this is our trade area. I'll take you in. This is where we get our enchanting tables and apparently cats. Oh my gosh, there's so many cats in here. But yeah, these are our trade guys. A lot of them are named. I still have to finish that, but a lot of stuff is like 99% completed on the server. This is one of the things that's going to change because this actually was a working, oh, I guess it still is, a working iron farm. And it doesn't work as well on Bedrock. Bedrock, it's really tough to get working iron farms. And we'll take you over here to the sugarcane farm real quick, which has made a few changes because of Bedrock. The old farm that I had didn't work. And it was a lot quicker, but this one's really good too. I essentially have 8 of these going up, and they all funnel down through hoppers down to here. I'm kind of curious to see how full this thing is. Oh, okay, so it's still pretty good. If you left this thing alone for, jeez, I don't even want to know, like 2 hours, it would fill up all these chests. And this is probably about 3 hours now. We use the paper for emeralds to trade. I've been saving up emerald blocks for beacons and stuff like that. Here's the panda cage. Actually, it's a kind of a nice little enclosure. And then that's the way back to Rebel's old house. And now we are at Wet's house. You can see, I think, did you have, your first house kind of looked like that, but down over there, didn't it?
Yeah, kind of. I modified it a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean the same style, right? You were using
Yeah. Yeah.
wood, and you were using, what's this, is this dark oak or spruce?
Dark oak
Okay.
and normal oak.
And it looks really good. This is kind of this is your work area, kind of, to a point.
Yeah, I just kind of threw everything in the middle, and I was just like, "Yep, that'll do for now."
Me and him work on so many projects that honestly we're on the fly a lot. Like even yet the was it a couple days ago when we were working on I was working on the ice farm. Wet was trying to fix the kelp farm. And so this is storage area, which I see you added more storage back here since last
I kind
time.
of had to. All my chests were like full, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, I need to sort it out just a little bit more." So I just added more chests into the back.
But I mean, this. Oh wow, you have such a good view of the stadium over here.
Oh yeah.
That is really neat. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to change outside of the stadium now that we're not using a texture pack. That stone does not look nearly as good as it did before.
Oh, it looked way better before.
The we used to actually use a texture pack till Bedrock. Once we get to Bedrock, it seems like the texture packs aren't working as well. So we're gonna take you over here to the horse stadium, which I think was the real first big project we had. I mean, I had my house, which you're gonna show in a little bit, but this was, I think, the biggest first project because the tree wasn't up when I did this. I don't think. Maybe it
No,
was.
no, the tree wasn't up. This was, yeah, probably the first biggest project that we done. Yeah.
And let's take you up here. This is our horse racing stadium. Um, I'm not as huge in elytras as everybody else is. Now, when I say that, I think the horses are a lot of fun, and I want to do a lot of projects related on horses, like a drag strip that actually times and tests your horse and stuff like that. I am losing my voice. I still, even after 2 weeks, have not gotten over that sickness. So, I think, where should we go next? We should go to Rebel's house. I think we're going to make a cut and BRBs, but I think we're going to have to go take a look at Rebel's new house. Alright, so if you guys don't know Rebel Demon and haven't watched a season, he has this weird thing where he gets bored with his house and he builds another one every other day. He builds a house, plays in it for one day, and then builds it. Especially like this game. And even on Ark, I mean, I think Ark, he literally had 8 buildings. Like 8 different places he built. So, that's one of them. That one really looked nice. Especially on the old texture pack. That was a really nice looking house. So, we're going to keep walking out to his new place. And, BRBs. Alright, so as you can tell, what's inside already. This is the secret key right here. I actually built this door with Rebel, and it turned out really cool. But believe it or not, this is Rebel's base. For some of you guys, you already know what's going to happen here. Oh, except for, well, a lot of people could have seen that, me not being smart enough to find the actual place. There it is. And this is Rebel's evil lair. He's been working on that secret. So you guys didn't see any of this at all. You know, this is secret. Oh, wow, he did the ceiling. Wow, that looked good. I like that. This little area up here. This is definitely, he's still working on this. This is going to be his long-term place. If you go down, I think he's got an area. He started down here. But he also is lucky enough to have a spawner in his house. So I'm going to be working with him on that. This is going to be an XP farm when we figure out how to fit it in here. Because if you see, he does not have a whole lot of room with that spawner. And that. I really like how he did the lava for lighting. Them 2 torches up there. I don't know why he has 2 torches up there. I don't think it's dark. Right. It's good till you get up by the ceiling, and then them 2 torches were absolute necessity, apparently. And we'll go back out. And I think it's right there. Yep. That was actually pretty well hid. After I haven't been here in a couple days, so when I came back, I actually forgot where to throw it. And actually, I think he was working on his top part. I do believe. That, or he's got the weirdest random ladder ever. You know, it's Rebel. It's just the weirdest random ladder ever.
I mean, you got a massive walking track like he does. It's got to lead somewhere.
Okay, guys, we're back. What pointed out something, and I walked by it just like a dope. This is actually the spot where we trapped Rebel in the obsidian. And he fell asleep on the server, and we pulled a prank on him. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't just the obsidian thing. We were making fun of him stuff. It was great. I think it's time to fill that in now, but that was really funny that you bring that up. That was I walked by that place and didn't even think nothing of it. I was like, oh, a hole in the ground. I have to fix that. And here, over here, is our newer sacred tree. Obviously, this is like the important one. This is my attempt to build a custom tree that looked a lot different than everything else. It's supposed to be a white weeping willow, but it is what it is. But this is where we meet. Like, if we're gonna go fight the Dread or Dragon, I'll say, hey, let's all meet at the meeting tree. And then this is our idea board, which is packed full, so clearly we have not run out of ideas. So, and then last but not least, my house, which actually has evolved a few times. I I actually had my base on the roof of this thing while I was building it, kind of. And I'll take you up to the top, but this is gonna be weird for you, Wet, because you probably only come up here once or so without my house being up at the top of it. So
Yeah, something like that.
this was an absolute ton of white concrete, guys. This was a lot, and not only was it a lot, but there's a lot of glass. And then obviously with concrete, you got to place it, re-break it. But this actually was a house up until I think like 5 or 6 videos ago. And then if we go back down, this has floors all up there that I need to work on yet. But these are all lava source blocks. This was, this was a lot of work. There was nothing that was easy about this place, for sure. And you're wondering why it looks like a giant birthday cake. I get given crap because I build a lot of square buildings. So I made a point to make it a circle. And this is the new base area, which I don't know if have you seen the new area yet? The new laboratory?
Oh, down here? No, I haven't been down here yet.
So I got a little enchanted area over here, but this is this was a lot of work as well. This is my auto sorter. So you put stuff in here. You can even put your shocker boxes there, and it'll unload everything and sort it out. And there's back here. This is kind of this little cool area where you can see them go across, and then it goes back over here. And then when the lights are on over here, that means the chest, there's something in the chest. So I just had sorted out a bunch of things here. These actually, don't know why them didn't go into the system. Maybe I put them over there quick as storage. But I think that's going to be all for the video. I really hope you guys enjoy. And like I said, if you haven't seen the world, go back and check it out because we have a lot of fun. And we're gonna, me and Wet were actually just talking about for the next episode. So we're gonna get back into horse stuff. So I will see you guys later. Oh, we gotta meet by the shopping district if you're in town. But on the ocean side.
I'm still like way back where we first started.
Oh, are you?
Yep. I've got to start walking. But I shall adventure over.
Oh. I was like, I can't see him on the map.
You can deal with the creeper.
I was just saying,
It's okay, I have dirt. Oh, what is behind me? Spidey.
I wonder if a creeper has ever just been like, you know what? I'm not going to explode this time. I'm going to be better than all the other creepers.
Good job, Dave.
Whoa. That guy was not better than other creepers. Pooh. I'll have to fix that. 3. Go.
This is like my slowest horse too.
Yeah, I know. We need to get back into the horse stuff again, Wet, because this could be a lot of fun. I think if that horse was going any slower, you would actually be going backward. I don't.
Look,
that is
I jumped on the wrong one and I didn't realise.
Is that like the jumper? Is that like a good jumper?
I can't remember.
Alright. Off of official timing, that was a 24-hour lap right there. Call it the one-day lap.
That was.